Hello everybody, this is Albert with Green Tea House. I hope you're doing well today. Today we're going to talk about the number one reason why the Middle Easterners drink so much tea and coffee and why tea culture is so prevalent in these places. Now before we begin, if you haven't been here and visited us in Green, Texas, which is a little hamlet outside of New Braunfels, Texas, halfway between San Antonio and Austin on I-35, come visit us. We'd like to meet you. Also subscribe and hit the notification bell if you haven't done so already, and post a comment. Now, we've done some videos on either the Arab world, the Near East world, the Persian world, because you talk to these people, they get offended if you call Turks Arabs or Persian Arabs. So Casey and I went to Turkey about when this video is released, maybe 2 years ago. So I did a video on the Bosporus Strait talking about what is Turkish tea, because the Turks per capita drink the most tea of any nation, and they drink a lot of coffee as well. We also have an episode, and we have a tea called Persian tea, which is a close adaptation of how the Persians drink their tea. And of course, not too far from this area, we have Moroccan mint, which is commonly drunk in North Asia among the Arabs over there and the Berbers, and a lot of the Middle East, and they like the peppermint mixed with the green tea. So why do the Middle Easterners drink so much tea? When I mean Middle East, I mean like Near East, Middle East Persians. And you could really say the Muslim world, and that's the big hint. So if you look at the top consumers of tea, when you go out of the major tea giants, so Indians make the most tea and they consume the most tea. Behind that is China and then some of the East Asian countries. But if you look at the West, or anyone that's not South Asian, East Asian, England and then its former Commonwealth countries, of New Zealand, Ireland, Canada, they drink a lot of tea because of that patrimony they got from England. But if you take away England and its Commonwealth countries, America, not even close. France, Germany, the West, Portugal, not even close in the top 15. Who makes up the top 15 after you take away those four UK Commonwealth countries? It's the Near East, Middle East, and whatnot. Now, why? It's religion. It's all religion. They can't drink alcohol. Muslims, by law, cannot drink alcohol historically. So if you're going back to the 7th century with the founding of Islam by Muhammad, it was banned. You can't drink it. So they got to drink something. And we've done an episode here tangentially on the history of coffee. So coffee, the original Arabica bean was grown in Ethiopia, and then the apocryphal stories is that it was taken to Yemen across the Red Sea, and that's where you have the town of Mocha. And then really from Yemen, it was the Sufis, the kind of mystical Muslims, that first started to drink coffee because coffee kept you up. And then from there it got to the Ottoman Turks. We're talking about 1600s. And then from there, traders brought it to the West. So by that time, alcohol was prohibited because of the Muslims' belief that alcohol was not good for you. So they had to drink something, and when coffee got to the Arab world, like truly the Ottoman Empire was the center of the Arab world at this time, it took the country by storm. And in fact, the sultans at various times tried to ban coffee because people were drinking so much of it, and they were worried about its effect on the people, how they were worried that it would foment revolution. We've talked about how the history of coffee there, if you go to Paris, you go to Moscow, all the revolutions, a lot of them were concocted at coffee houses. So around this time, tea got to this part of the world as well. Of course, Marco Polo was in the 1200s, and he brought some tea back from Kublai Khan to the West. But really, it wasn't until about the 15 to 1600s that tea started to get to the Near East, Middle East, the Ottoman Empire, what they controlled. And tea was exceedingly popular, but for different reasons. So now the Muslims had two drinks that they could consume that did not intoxicate them. And so you see this vestige even today, because you can go to Turkey. Turkey is a secular country for the last 100 years. You can go to the UAE. You can go to a variety of places that alcohol is legal, but it's so infused into the culture, coffee and tea, that the common man just drinks a lot of coffee and tea because of the culture, because of their forefathers drinking these two things and not drinking alcohol. And alcohol is still frowned upon. It's not to say that no Muslim drinks alcohol, right? It's just like there's definitely Catholics that eat meat on Fridays during Lent. But this is part of the reason why you see the tea culture so dominant in Persia and in the Arab countries and in the Near East and all through North Africa, Indonesia, everywhere where there's been Muslims for several hundred years. That's because they couldn't drink alcohol. And God bless them, because tea survives in these places in such unique cultural forms. How the Persians do it, how the Indians do it, how the Pakistanis do it, how the Algerians do it. And thank God we have this vestige of tea that we still have today, and that we can drink our tea that way. Guys, I hope this helps. Until next time, take care. God bless.